All right, next up, let's take a look at some reactions of acids. We're only going to look at two types. The first is a neutralization reaction. So basically, what happens in a neutralization reaction is that an acid encounters a base and they basically neutralize each other. So an acid encounters a base and what you'll form is some type of salt and a water molecule. So for example, we have HCl, hydrochloric acid. That's obviously going to be our acid. Sodium hydroxide, right? That's a metal hydroxide. That's going to be a base. And then when they react, what you'll form is H2O, which is obviously water. And then in this case, NaCl, right, which is a salt, an ionic compound, right? It goes as Na plus and Cl minus. This reaction is the same thing that occurs with bicarbonate. So your baking soda acts as a base. So for example, if we have some kind of H plus from any acid, right? Maybe that's an organic acid, an oxy acid, what have you, and then it counteracts with bicarbonate, right? Notice that I just wrote bicarbonate, not sodium. Sodium just acts as the spectator ion, and so it doesn't actually do anything in the reaction. It's just there to spectate. Again, this is bicarbonate. And that's what's in baking soda. And then when these two react, they form H2CO3. This is what's known as carbonic acid. And carbonic acid is generally unstable in high concentrations. You can have a little bit of it, no problem, but when you get a lot of it, it becomes unstable. And what it breaks down into is water, which is a liquid, obviously, and then carbon dioxide, which is a gas. And that's what happens during that popular volcano exploding experiment, right? That you've probably seen in TV, or maybe you've been lucky to see it in person during some kind of science lab. So there's just a little photo, right? The dude's pouring the stuff into the volcano and then it's, foaming and people are losing their mind, right? And so what's happening here is he's got one component in the volcano, the other component he's pouring in, and those components are some type of acid, usually vinegar, so acetic acid, and then baking soda bicarbonate. They produce carbonic acid, which breaks down into water and carbon dioxide gas. And then as that gas leaves, you get all these bubbles that look like a cool volcano. The color just comes from some dye. So volcano science experiment is an example of a neutralization reaction, and that's with vinegar, acetic acid, plus bicarbonate, baking soda.